Right now, we're talking with Iowa voters about which Democratic candidate for president is standing out just days before the caucuses. And the woman involved in the fatal beating of her boyfriend is sentenced. How long Makayla Tracy will spend behind bars. Plus, 3 Madison police officers injured after responding to a car that slid off a road while the driver is facing charges.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. We're just a weekend away now from the caucuses in Iowa. After months of only seeing the polls, it'll be our first test for who Americans will lean toward to challenge President Trump in November. Amy Reed shows us what this means both to the country and to the people who will be part of it all on Monday.
Just across the Mississippi, it's a different world. Downtown turned campaign headquarters.
I actually think it's pretty amazing that we get to see all the candidates. And I mean, you can talk to them just like this, face to face.
Being in the thick of it means more to some.
We just drove by and saw a camera, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna say something on TV. Yep. And then he was like, what are you gonna say? And I was gonna say like something funny about like Trump or something. But then it turns out we're actually being interviewed about politics.
And politics aren't necessarily everyone's favorite.
Pete will be in the greater Des Moines Metro this Sunday at 12:45.
Even political people.
These are ones from Bernie. So they just keep going.
Can get sick of the attention. So what makes Iowa so special? Our political expert says it's because it's the first.
It will be after months and months of polls and speech making and punditry. It'll be the first time we see actual voters make actual decisions.
Iowa doesn't necessarily make or break a campaign. Those caucusing picked the president 6 out of the last 10 elections. That's the same amount of elections that Iowa and Wisconsin have picked the same candidate. But Wisconsin has a better record picking the winner. Political experts will still be watching.
It's not that it's necessarily decisive, but people who do poorly in Iowa don't get a bounce, don't go into New Hampshire, the next event, with real strength. And people who do poorly in both of those very rarely have much of a future.
People in Iowa still have one more weekend to hear from campaigns, and that weekend will be packed. We spoke with one campaign, and they have 8 stops between tomorrow morning and Sunday night. Then the whole show kicks off on Monday. Reporting in Dubuque, Amy Reed, News 3 Now.
Amy's going to settle down there in Iowa a bit. You'll have live coverage of the caucuses starting Sunday, and you can follow her updates on News 3 Now in the Channel 3000 mobile app. There's an opportunity to be a part of history as a volunteer for this summer's Democratic National Convention over in Milwaukee.
Our goal is to make sure that this is the most diverse and inclusive volunteer corps in history.
Yesterday was the first official day to sign up, and already 10,000 people have expressed interest in helping. We're looking for 15,000 volunteers total. Volunteers are needed leading up to the convention and during the big event itself. Everything from office support to hospitality to social media to sign up. You can just go to Milwaukee2020.com/volunteer. And City of Madison residents can vote absentee at public library locations. That'll be starting on Monday. And then the following Monday, February 10th, absentee voting locations will open at Edgewood College, Madison College, and the UW-Madison campus. You have to get a photo ID in order to get on absentee ballot. To find a list of absentee voting times and locations, go to cityofmadison.com/clerk. To weather now, some light snow, maybe some freezing drizzle tonight. Let's get your first alert forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
Only a little bit coming on through. It's not going to be a major event for us, but we will see some light flurries tonight. They end though right around midnight, and then for Saturday we are cloudy yet again. Mild temperatures for Saturday afternoon with near record-breaking highs expected on Sunday. So Saturday, the same old story, mid to upper 30s with mostly cloudy skies. Sunday though, we finally get the sunshine back, partly sunny skies. It's going to be breezy, milder, and again the record in Madison 47, or forecasting for 46 Sunday afternoon. We'll take a closer look at how long the sunshine will last in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. Republican lawmakers have introduced a bill aiming to prevent a backlog of untested sexual assault kits. In doing so, they scrapped Attorney General Josh Call's proposals to address the issue. The Senate overwhelmingly passed bills in October that would create new kit submission and tracking requirements, but they've stalled in the Republican-controlled Assembly. The GOP measure would incorporate submission and tracking requirements, as well as allow any students who become sexual assault survivors to transfer to private schools under the state's voucher program. Makayla Makayla Tracy will spend 7 years in prison for the murder of Dalton Ziegler with 5 years additional extended supervision. Our Amanda Quintana joins us now with details on this afternoon's sentencing hearing. Amanda?
21-year-old Makayla Tracy was found guilty of asking 2 men to confront Ziegler, her boyfriend, because she thought he was cheating on her. He was beat, then she and the 2 men left him in his town of Dane home to die. Ahead of the judge's decision, the prosecutor played a video with pictures of Ziegler with his family and as a child. 6 of Ziegler's family members made statements before the sentence was announced, hoping for a longer sentence.
You may not have had a hand in his death and did not touch him, but it's because of you and solely you that he is dead.
I do think that she continues in some respects to minimize her role in the crime and to want to see herself as a victim, as this being something that happened to her rather than events that she did and set in motion.
Judge Susan Crawford said she believed Tracy had a higher risk of recidivism than the 2 men who beat Ziegler in December. Those men, Jacob Johnson and Drew Luber, were sentenced to 7 years and 6 years in prison. Tracy has already served 458 days in prison, so that will be subtracted from today's sentence.
Amanda, thank you. Sheriff Roger Brandner says Columbia County is finally seeing a decrease in drug overdose numbers. Back in 2018, there were 103 overdose calls for help, 18 deaths as a result. Last year, that number decreased to just 65 overdoses and 10 deaths. Sheriff says the decrease comes after years of efforts in working with community partners through drug awareness and educational talks. New at 6, 3 Madison police officers are recovering from injuries they sustained while arresting this man, 22-year-old Darius McClinton, last night. Police made contact with him in the 2100 block of Aberg Avenue after the car he was driving slid off the road. His girlfriend also reported he was driving her car without permission. Police say McClinton punched an officer in the head, bit another officer, and a third officer hit his head on the pavement after falling while trying to control McClinton.
The one officer ended up having a head and lip injury after he fell to the concrete when the suspect fell on top of him. Another officer had got bit on her arm, which went through her jacket and her long sleeve coat and still was able to break skin. And the other officer was punched in the face as well as headbutted by the suspect.
The officers were medically cleared, did not need to be hospitalized. McClinton was arrested for 3 counts of battery to police officers and other charges. Governor Tony Evers has declared a state of emergency in southeastern Wisconsin after severe winter storms earlier this month. That executive order issued today covers Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties. The storms from January 10th through the 12th caused extensive flooding along Lake Michigan and significant infrastructure damage. The declaration directs state agencies to help people affected by the storms and allows the National Guard Adjutant General to call troops to active duty to help as needed. Warm temperatures this weekend could threaten a number of traditional winter events. In Lake Geneva, the ice castles are open today. It's for the first time this season. Organizers, though, they'll be watching the weather closely as the warm temperatures could leave the castle floors a bit slippery. Then on Sunday, we could be approaching a record high temperature, which was 47 degrees in the city of Madison. That set back in 1987. Then the ice caves along the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore will likely be inaccessible this year due to low ice coverage on Lake Superior. Right now, less than 5% of the lake is covered by ice. Typically at this time of year, there's 25% coverage. The last time the ice caves were inaccessible by foot was back in 2015. On Lake Winnebago, the ritual of sturgeon spearing begins a week from tomorrow. Despite the warm weather and poor ice conditions, DNR officials say spearing season will open. Spearers can begin cutting holes in the ice on Thursday. Parts of Lake Winnebago have ice that's 8 to 12 inches thick, but there are sections that are just 4 or 5 inches thick. Officials are warning people to be extra careful. Next at 6, the ice cream shop on Atwood Avenue that closed after a dispute with the landlord. It is opening back up. We'll share where it's going.
Do you have sleep apnea like me? Then you know the hassle of dragging your big, bulky CPAP device with you whenever you leave home. That's why you're going to love the Transcend Mini CPAP, the world's first portable mini CPAP that's both super compact and lightweight. It's as small as a can of soda, weighs just a pound, and has a battery pack about the size of a deck of cards.
Go online or call now to try the Transcend Mini CPAP for 10 nights risk-free.
Transcend delivers what I need to sleep well, yet it's smaller than my shaving kit, so it's easy to take with me anywhere. It's even FAA compliant, so I can finally sleep comfortably while flying. In fact, I can sleep comfortably anywhere now.
Bye-bye, big and bulky. Now you can have the freedom to sleep everywhere with Transcend Mini CPAP. Go online now to one of these authorized Mini CPAP dealers or to a CPAP store near you. Or you can buy direct. Try Transcend Mini CPAP risk-free. Call 1-800-924-0242 or visit mytranscend.com.
Get more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. Maine means more with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, so you'll be 100% confident with your purchase. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Start the new year with great deals from Jeep and Don Miller. It's the Start Something New sales event on now. Get the 2020 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4. Lease for only $299 per month, 42 months, 10,000 miles a year. $2,500 plus taxes and fees due at signing. The 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with heated leather seats. There's great selection. Over $4,000 off MSRP after all discounts and rebates and your own Don Miller deal. Don Miller, Madison and Dane County's Jeep headquarters. Odana Road, Madison.
A grant from Epstein UN Architects will help local nonprofit Operation Fresh Start with a new driver's license program. The company presented a check of more than $20,000 today, raised during a bike ride fundraiser last year. Operation Fresh Start helps young people earn their high school diplomas, gain marketable job experience, and now learn to drive.
A driver's license is essential. It's the second most used qualifier for employers in Dane County. So by this money helping us get everyone a driver's license, we're able to make our young people that much more employable and help them on a path towards self-sufficiency.
And since driver's ed isn't taught in schools anymore, Markle says there's a gap for young people living in poverty to be able to afford the classes and fees. Operation Fresh Start will cover those costs for its members. Milwaukee's historic Sprecher Brewing has been sold to a group of local investors. The brewer is credited with jumpstarting the craft beer age in Milwaukee when it opened up shop back in 1985. The new CEO will be Sharad Chadha, former vice president for GE Medical and an executive with Samsung. The new owners say they have plans to make Sprecher into a national craft beverage producer. The chocolate shop announced its return to Atwood Avenue after a lawsuit late last year, which ended with the chocolate shop leaving its walk-up shop. Gabriella Becerra joins us with where the new shop will be and what's next for that former location. Gabby?
Just a few months after their departure, the chocolate shop is opening an ice cream parlor open all year round in the Atwood community. Chocolate shop owner David Dedman says the indoor shop will still be a place for those in the community to gather and plans to host events in the summer. Dedman says they are looking forward to coming back and hope to leave the lawsuit in the past.
I hope that people in the neighborhood and the community will be very excited that, yes, Chocolate Shop Ice Cream is still here. Yes, we're reinvesting. We're putting in actually a larger store. So I hope that rings positive to everybody.
The former location of the chocolate shop now belongs to Deport Properties. They will open a new ice cream shop called the Atwood Scoop.
I want it to be the same thing it's always been, a fantastic little spot right off the bike path. It's a little gathering area. We'll have the seating in the back and the patio right on the bike path. It's a fantastic local corner in a local community that people can gather at.
Owner Casey Davenport says he also looks forward to joining the Atwood community. Google Maps says these two shops are just about 200 feet from each other. The chocolate shop plans to open in May, and the Atwood Scoop says they will open when the weather permits, but maybe even sooner.
Gabby, thank you. New at 6, Oscar Mayer trying to right a wrong of sorts after the driver of the Wienermobile was pulled over in Waukesha County. The company is raising awareness about the state's move over law. Oscar Mayer will sell limited edition t-shirts featuring the now infamous picture of the pulled over vehicle with the caption "Road Hog." All proceeds will go to the National Road Safety Foundation. Former Badger and Texans defensive end J.J. Watt is preparing to host SNL this weekend. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum has released a limited edition bobblehead. He's riding a Badger. Each bobblehead individually numbered ordered. There will be only 2,020 of them made. They're in production right now and will be delivered in May. Coming up in sports, the Badgers men's hockey team getting ready to take on the Gophers at the Kohl Center tonight. We'll hear from Coach Tony Granato about why he says his guys need to step it up. That's just ahead.
I'm meteorologist Gary Canulti live at the Camper and RV show at the Lion Energy Center. Boy, if you're looking for a camper or RV, this is the place to be. Maybe even one big enough to haul this bad boy around. I'll have weather in just a few minutes, too.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Tom, people are loving this place.
They sure are, Jerry. Let's go see who Tina's chatting with now.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we have some beautiful ladies joining us. What are you up to tonight, girls?
Girls' night. We're getting some drinks. I want to win that car.
Sounds great. Are you feeling lucky? What's your favorite slot machine? Oh, to you guys.
Looks like those ladies are on a mission.
Oh, it's about to go down.
When we say every Culver's Butterburger is cooked to order, here's what we mean.
Could I get a Butterburger?
The Culver's Deluxe, please.
Ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion?
Craig Culver, I'm going to cook for you. Follow me.
I would love
Come on in. Fresh beef.
It looks great.
And we're looking for that nice sear, just like we got right here. That's where that great steak flavor comes from.
Totally fresh, made to order, the way you want it.
Searing it to perfection is really cool to see that.
Welcome to Delicious.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon kicks off this weekend. We've worked with the world's best mattress manufacturers to bring you the biggest mattress sale of the entire year. Get our best deals ever on Tempur-Pedic and save $500 instantly. Plus, get a top brand pillow for $1 with your purchase. Hurry in and save $700 instantly on cooling gel memory foam mattresses from iComfort. Tons of freebies. Plus, mattress doorbusters that you have to see to believe. There's no better time to get the best savings on sleep. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Our big pet care sale is going on now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We're your animal experts with great deals on a massive selection of pet food, supplies, and more. Get an instant $10 Farm and Fleet gift card with every $50 you spend on Purina pet products. Assorted cans of 9 Lives cat food are $20 for just $8. Get $3 off all Blaine's Farm and Fleet dog food. And select dog treats and chews or buy one, get one free. Don't miss our big pet care sale going on now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Honk, honk, yes! Woohoo!
I don't mean to be nosy, but why are you so excited?
I'm on my way to get an oil change.
An oil change?
At Meineke, they not only replace my oil and top off my fluids, they also rotate my tires for free.
That does sound pretty awesome.
It is!
Maybe I should do that too.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive free roadside assistance with select oil change packages. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
Well, live at the Camper and RV show, I'm meteorologist Gary Canulti. Boy, if you're looking for a camper or an RV or a fifth wheeler, this is the place to be. They are just lined up from end to end, just like we have every single year. And the weather is actually going to improve. Now tonight, if you're getting here, you might have to deal with some freezing drizzle or some light snow. We're showing that on Doppler track, mainly over southwestern Wisconsin. We'll zoom in there and you can see that all of this activity is pushing through southern Wisconsin. Most of it will be done probably by around midnight or so. After that, things should improve. There might still be a little fog, but for the most part, the precipitation should be relatively low. As far as visibilities are concerned, right now we're seeing visibilities lowest to the west where there's a little bit of light snow and some freezing drizzle along with the fog, but temperatures are critical. Right now, they're right around the freezing mark, and at this point, it looks like as long as they're slightly above freezing, you're just going to see drizzle. Areas where the temperature is at or below freezing, you could see some freezing drizzle as well. Now, 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Of course, we've got some light snow in the forecast for this evening, maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle. Most of that will be in the evening. Overnight, I think things will improve. Tomorrow will be cloudy and mild. Looking for temperatures in the upper 30s, still no sunshine, but Sunday's the day to look forward to because we have sunny skies and near record high temperatures, perhaps in the middle to the upper 40s. On satellite and radar, still a lot of clouds across the Midwest. The jet stream has weakened up a little bit across the Midwest, so at this point, nothing's moving along pretty quickly, but there is some clearing over eastern Montana that eventually will move in our direction and give us the sunshine for Sunday. Future track shows lots of clouds in the forecast, but with time, you're going to notice the clearing come in from the west. So look for temperature for the skies to stay cloudy. The precipitation will move out tonight. Then tomorrow we'll see mostly cloudy skies. That will continue into tomorrow night, and then start to see some breaks in the clouds late tomorrow night, and the sunshine comes in on Sunday with high temperatures in the middle 40s. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for mostly cloudy skies. I think we'll be dry during the day, high temperature topping out at around 37 degrees. But looking forward to Sunday, we've got partly sunny skies in the forecast. It'll be breezy and even milder. High temperature of 46, record high for Sunday is 47, set back in 1987. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, the 7 to 10 day forecast, not as mild for Monday. Lots of clouds, high temperature in the upper 30s. We'll see some light snow chances in the Tuesday, Wednesday time period. And then after that, look for seasonable temperatures toward the end of next week. And at this point, I don't see anything as far as any kind of a big problem as far as the precipitation or anything like that. I think we'll just be looking at some light snow chances over that time period. Now, as we take a look at the Camper and RV Show information, right now the show runs until 9 o'clock. We're at the Alliant Energy Center. You can get off at the Beltline at Rimrock Road or at John Nolan Drive. It runs from 10 until 8 tomorrow, and then from 10 until 4 on Sunday. Admission is $10. For tonight, admission for seniors is $5. But I'm telling you, if you're in the market for a camper RV or maybe a toy hauler like this, now we've got this ATV here ready to go, but take a look inside this thing. This runs for just shy of $40,000. It's the Rogue toy hauler, but it's got a bedroom in there, a bathroom, kitchen, and plenty of room if you have toys that you want to bring along with. I wish I could bring something like this back to the station, but unfortunately I can't.
Oh, come on, Gary. I want to see that in real life. It's been a tough season, meanwhile, for the men's hockey team, but gloves come off tonight for the border battle. What to look for against the Gophers? That's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The number of uninsured Americans rising. The cost of prescription drugs rising. The threat to people with pre-existing conditions rising. The good news? So is support for the one candidate who'll do something about it. As mayor, Mike Bloomberg helped expand coverage for 700,000 people, including hundreds of thousands of kids. As president, he'll lower drug costs and ensure everyone without coverage can get it. That's a promise. And unlike him, Mike actually keeps his.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Everything must go in American Freight. Don't wait. Take it home today for $50 and no payments for 60 days. Mattress sets from $49 each piece. Memory foam sets from $119 each piece. Sofas from $198. Sectionals from $298. Three-piece bedroom sets from $198. 3 rooms of furniture, 18 pieces from $998. Free layaway till tax time or longer if needed. Same-day delivery ends February 29th at the corner of North Stoughton and Kinsman Boulevard.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Save on everything for your home improvement projects at Menards. Dakota Pre-Finished Storage Solutions. Make it easy to create your own custom storage space. Dakota shelving is ideal for bedrooms, living rooms, and laundry rooms. There's a Dakota product for every room of your home. 11 3/4 inch by 2 foot pre-finished shelves in 6 finishes are $4.98 each. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
If you ever find yourself in a negotiation, one that involves you or your family being injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side. One who will not blink. Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
The race to the White House begins with the Iowa caucuses, and News 3 Now is there. Political reporter Amy Reed covers every angle with live reports starting Sunday. Stay informed with the area's most in-depth election coverage, only on News 3 Now.
Well, the last time the bad Badgers and Gophers men's hockey teams faced each other was in November. The two teams split that series, but since then, Minnesota has improved just a little bit more than Wisconsin. That's according to head coach Tony Granato. The Gophers coming off of a sweep of Ohio State last weekend where they scored a combined 10 goals in the series while only allowing 4. Meanwhile, Wisconsin split at Notre Dame, and they've actually split series against their last 3 opponents, which Coach Granato says, not good enough.
We can't split every weekend and go into the playoffs thinking, hey, we're going really, playing really well. We have to progress and do more than that. This is another opportunity for us to perform well against a team that's playing well right now.
To basketball now, so life post Kobe King going on for the Badgers. According to the Wisconsin State Journal, the university will conduct an exit interview with King at some point, which is standard procedure. Meanwhile, Cassius Winston and the 14th-ranked Spartans, they're in town for a noon tip-off tomorrow at the Kohl Center. And without King and Brad Davison, who is serving a 1-game suspension. Both Brevin Pritzel and true freshman Tyler Wall are expected to start. Now, this will be the biggest test of adversity the Badgers will face this season so far.
Coaches got to continue to work on instilling that confidence in the guys that are here, the guys that are playing. And I think that is a huge motivator for us going into Saturday, that even with the guys that we have, that we can make a run or impact.
Every day for us is fighting to win the next game, staying true to our game plan. We can't sit here and, worry about it. We have things that we have to get ready for and focus on.
Now, Giannis told reporters this morning that he does expect to play tonight after sitting out on Tuesday because of a sore shoulder. The Bucks did just fine without him, with Chris Middleton scoring a new career-high 51 points, got himself in the All-Star reserve roster. Now, the Nuggets aren't too shabby either. They're second in the West behind the Lakers. Well, if you check out the top 10 wrestling teams in the country right now, it's essentially a Big Ten sweep. Schools 1 through 6 are all in the conference, with Wisconsin ranked 4th. Now, head coach Chris Bono knew that the Big Ten was good when he came to Madison in 2018, and he knew it was going to be really tough even from a recruiting perspective. But even he's surprised just how competitive this conference is.
I didn't realize it was this tough, but also give credit to some of the other schools that have really stepped up and have gotten their programs better. Not only, it used to be really, really top heavy. Now there's a great balance in the Big Ten where, you look at how many teams are ranked just in the top 10 in the country. Most of them are Big Ten schools.
Meanwhile, on the high school mat, a big interdivisional night between Lodi and Fenimore. The Blue Devils ranked 12th in Division 2, while the Golden Eagles are number 2 in Division 3. Fenimore boasting 11 ranked wrestlers in the state, while Lodi is 6. We'll have highlights tonight on News 3 now at 10. Also, a big girls basketball matchup. Memorial undefeated. Middleton 1 loss. I'll be headed over there in the next 20 minutes. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, we're kind of getting towards, you get into February, it starts really meaning a lot.
Right, you'll decide who's kind of at the top and who's kind of in the middle a little bit. Yeah.
Playoffs not too far away. Melissa, look forward to that. Dana, final check.
Yeah, as you're heading out to the game this evening, Melissa, there are going to be a few flurries. Thankfully, everything's really wrapping up overnight. This isn't going to be a long-term event, but we will see a few snowflakes falling on down. Now for your Saturday, mostly cloudy with temperatures in that mild spot still, mid to upper 30s. Sunday, we get partly sunny skies. We'll finally get the sunshine for the first time in almost 2 weeks. Temperatures will be near record-breaking in the mid-40s. The record in Madison is 47. Monday is still mild. We'll be above average the upper 30s with mostly cloudy skies. Our next chance for a little bit of snowfall will build in Tuesday afternoon, lasting overnight into Wednesday. Really not expecting a lot of accumulation along with that one, but it's something we'll be keeping an eye on. For the second half of that work week, heading into Thursday and Friday, we're staying very seasonal. Temperatures in the low 30s. We'll see variably cloudy skies on Thursday and Friday with some light snow building back in on Saturday. But overall, a really mild stretch even heading into February, and no big opportunities for a lot of snow accumulation marching in for us.
And flirting with a record high on Sunday.
Yes, we'll be right there.
Keep an eye on. All right, Dana, thank you. And thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. We'll be back in a few hours for News 3 Now at 10. Take care.